Hey everyone, Bill here with another TV Photog tip. Today we're going to explain shutter speed. I hope everyone's doing well. I know it's been a while, but with COVID and everything, it's been a very interesting couple of months. I'm sure you understand, but let's get to it. So with shutter speed, what is it? How does it affect our camera? It's kind of one of those things that's a little easier to explain when it comes to still photography. The higher the shutter speed, the more likely you're going to get a nice crisp shot when something's moving fast and with less blur, whether it's a car driving by or the wings of a bird, whatever the case is. But how does that work for video? Well, I'm going to set it up here. I'm going to show you a couple of different examples of shutter speed when it comes to shooting with a video camera. One thing you should know about shutter speed is the higher you turn up your shutter speed, the darker that'll make your image. So you need to counter that by using a wider iris or brighter light, whatever the case is, depending on your situation. So I'm going to demonstrate this. I wanted a fast moving object, so I grabbed myself a fidget spinner. So we're going to see how this is going to react at different shutter speeds. Example number one, I'm shooting this at 30 frames per second and it's a nice day out, sun's pretty good, so I'm going to shoot this at f11, which is the smallest iris that my camera has. You can see this kind of looks like an even blur. It looks like a solid circle in a manner of speaking. Alright, example number two. I'm going to shoot this at shutter speed 125, and to counter that I had to make the iris a little bit bigger. So the iris is now at a f5.4. This kind of looks more like a flower. You can see the individual, the three prongs, but they look a little warped, and then as the speed changes it starts going the opposite direction. Going to example number three, my shutter speed is now at 500 or 1/500, and my iris is now at 4. So a little different effect again. This time you can kind of see the holes inside the fidget spinner on the outside pedal, so to speak. And this is going to be example number 4. Now I've cranked my shutter speed all the way up to 2000, and with that my iris has to go up to 1.8, and I had to change my ISO on this so that I can get even more light in here because it's not bright enough for this high of a shutter speed. A lot of warping on this. But you can see a lot more detail. So one more look of kind of a comparison view. Here's all 4 of those examples side by side, so you can see the different looks that you can get. Those are a couple examples of shutter speed, but there's one more I'm going to show you, kind of more of a don't do this. So you can put your shutter speed below 1/30th. I don't recommend it unless you're shooting an inanimate object in low light, like a building at night, and your iris isn't big enough, there's not enough light, wherever the case is, then maybe. But if there's any kind of movement, you don't want to do it because you're going to get a strobe effect. Here, I'm going to show you. For this example, I moved into my basement so I can simulate low light, and this is now at 30 frames a second, so basically the shutter being off, and you can see how I got the same kind of effect with the high light, but it's darker. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to crank or turn down my shutter speed to 1/8, but you can see how I'm kind of getting that strobe effect now with my hand. When I turn this, there's actually a delay there from what's going on. So again, you can go to 1/8 if you're going to shoot inanimate objects. I do not recommend it if there's any kind of motion, like people in the shot, because you don't like the strobe effect, or at least I do not like the strobe effect. So that's just a quick look at shutter speeds, and I hope this side-by-side comparison can be helpful for you, so you can see the different kind of effects that shutter speed can do for you and your videography, photography skills. But I want to thank you for joining us. I'm Bill. You've been watching TV Photog Tips. Please do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe so I know you're out there. Until the next video, good luck and have fun. Hey everyone, Bill here with another TV Photog tip. Today, let's watch. Hey everyone, Bill here with another TV Photog tip. Today, let's explain the higher you set your setter up to, the more light that it does. backwards. Light, but I would highly not recommend those. By turning up, by making your iris wide, or shutter speed of a third. I want to thank you for joining. Dang it. Hey, please, shoot.